We are now joined by Tennessee head coach Rick Barnes, along with student athletes Jacoby Gillespie, Jaylen, Carey, and Felix Okpara. Coach, if you'd like to start with an opening statement.
One, very humbled by it. Certainly proud of our basketball team. They really worked really hard defensively, I thought, and we knew we would have to have a great effort defensively. Certainly Iowa State, outstanding, TJ, outstanding program coach. This time of year it's always tough when you lose a key guy like they did, and that's part of the tournament. That's the tough part about it. But just really proud of our guys and the effort they made, and against a team that they play as hard as any team that we played all year at the start of the game. I don't think we've seen anything like that all year, and we were able to withstand it. And again, just really proud of the effort from our entire team. Everybody had a hand in us winning this game.
All right, thanks, Coach. Let's take questions for the student athletes. Let's start up here, front row, left.
Francesco Thoric-Saboya with One Independent. For Jacoby, yesterday in the locker room, a lot of your teammates described you and Nate as the leaders of the team. My question for you is, what have you been able to learn from Nate, and what does he add to the team as a freshman?
I mean, he adds a lot to our team. I mean, on the court and off the court. He's just such a great kid off the court, and on the court, you obviously know he's special. So, yeah, I mean, he means a lot to us.
All right, question, third row center.
Steve Lehman, News Channel 5 Nashville. For both Jaylen and Felix, you guys talked about the offensive glass and how important it would be. How much was that your focus tonight? And obviously, plus 21, how successful were you in that endeavor?
I kind of emphasized after the Virginia game, we kind of got our butts kicked a little bit on the glass. And just getting back to what we do, and something that we emphasized all summer is that we wanted to be the best on the offensive glass. And we just wanted to prove that tonight and so on.
Yeah, just like he said, it's something, we've done all summer. I look at it as our identity, We work on it every day in practice, too. So we knew, it was part of scouting. We knew we can, kill them on offensive glass, and we just took advantage of it.
All right, question here, middle, second row.
Joe Rex with The Athletic for all of you guys also. This is for the program. This is 3 straight Elite Eights. What does it mean to you guys to help with that achievement and also to do that for Coach Barnes?
Yeah, I mean, that just speaks a lot about Coach Barnes and the culture he's built here. And, yeah, I'm just glad that we were able to keep it up and be able to keep playing.
It's just something that we always dreamed of. I remember the first day in our meeting room, Coach Barnes told us that we could win a national championship. And we have the team to do it, so just taking it day by day, game by game, and just, just being us.
To have the night you had tonight, what did you see? What was going well for you, and what's it mean for it to happen on this stage for your team?
My guys, they always trusted me. I've kind of had a slow year, on and off, here and there games, and just keep on believing in myself. Coach Barnes and the guys, they just keep on believing in me, and that just gives me all the confidence I need. And just going out there and playing hard and just getting on the rebounding glass, that's just something that'll get me going, and just what I did.
Okay, front row left.
Down here, Mark Giannotto, USA Today. This is for Jaylen and Felix. Coach mentioned you guys hadn't seen anything like what they showed you at the beginning of the game, the kind of the pressure they showed you. It seemed like the offensive rebounds maybe helped stabilize you guys. I'm curious, in the moment, what did it feel like? Did those rebounds feel important just to stabilize you guys to get into the game?
Yeah, absolutely. We knew they were going to be physical, it was a point of emphasis going to the game. We just got to be more physical team, play more harder, And we just chased every ball, and it just worked in our favor.
In the summer, you guys, one of your goals was to be one of the number 1 offensive rebounding team in the country. What is it about this group that makes you guys such a good offensive rebounding team? Because I think you're number 1 in the country in offensive rebounding percentage.
Yeah, just from day one, me, JP, Felix, DB, and Cade, we all just went at each other every day in practice. And there were some days where we got mad at each other, wanted to fight each other, but it's just what it took to get to this point. And I just can't wait to watch the film. I remember the first 2 plays, I had got popped in the mouth, and it was a little shock for me, but it got me going. And it's just fun going out there, rebounding the ball, and just playing aggressive.
Okay, second row, middle.
Yeah, Adam Rittenberg with ESPN. Felix, you were one of the few guys that was part of this game last year. How motivated were you to get back to this stage and obviously now to do something that's never been done at Tennessee before on Sunday?
It's very, very, it's very important. I'm happy to be here. It shows the hard work we put in. And I feel like last year, we just had some, we had some unfinished business. And we felt like, we should have won that game, the Elite 8 game, but, it didn't work out in our favor. But this year, we're going to come out with fire and we're going to get the job done.
All right, guys, appreciate the time. You can head back to the locker room. We'll now take questions for Coach Barnes. Let's start here on the left, third row.
Eli Cronenberg, Medill News Service. Coach, you held Milan Momcilovic to 6 points on 2 for 9 shooting, one of the best shooters in the nation. What was your game plan for him, and how did you execute it?
Our game plan was to give him no daylight whatsoever. We felt like if he had 6 inches, he could get the shot off. We didn't do a very good job, and again, give them all the credit. We felt like the turnovers, if we turned it over, which we did way too much, they get out in transition, they're elite, and those were the ones that we were most concerned about. And but if he got any separation, we were going to switch. It didn't matter who, big guy, we were going to switch. And that person, we worked for a couple days, talked about it obviously from the beginning. You're not going to leave him. Once you're not getting off of him, we're just going to stay there. And obviously Bishop sets a great tone for us. But Ethan guarded. But our Felix, there's so many good things with our guys, but the game plan was just not to give him 1 ounce of daylight.
Okay, second row left.
Coach, congrats on the win. Oh, Christian Ojakchi and Enjoy Basketball. So you said on February 9th, after I think the second loss to Kentucky, that you don't think you would hit your peak yet, and that was, a month and a half ago, playing much better basketball. Now, what's been the key to, progressing as the season's gone, and just the fact that you got 9 guys contributing to winning right now?
That right there is the biggest thing, because we went all year, for the most part, where we didn't know what to expect from our 6th guy all the way down. We didn't know. We searched a lot of different ways trying to figure it out, and we were looking for some consistency. And then we started, again, just trying to get guys, they would just come in, take care of the ball, and guard. We'd find a way to get settled in. And Ethan is a guy that we know can guard. That's one thing late when we signed him. But Amari picked it up. Bishop has been consistently good there all year. But it's just, as a group, they've bought into what we needed to do, and we just said we're going to put it all on the defensive end and find a way. One of the reasons we're one of the leading offensive rebounding teams because we miss a lot of shots we shouldn't miss, and but again, give the guys all the credit. They like each other, and they worked hard for each other.
Okay, front center.
Coach, you're headed back to your 3rd straight Elite 8. What's been the key for you to build sustained success at a program that had only made 1 Elite 8 prior to you taking over?
I don't know. I'm not sure what it is, other than the fact that God's blessed me with, again, a great job, good players. We have 11 new ones this year, and we do have a standard on a lot of things. It's not just what we do on the basketball court. We're pretty much a no-nonsense program, and we talk about that through the recruiting process, and we tell everyone it's going to be tough. We want them to come and want to help them live their dreams, and along the way we'd love to have a chance to play for a national championship. But it goes back to the entire program, and just blessed that God's put so many wonderful people around us, and they work really hard. They work really hard.
Okay, second row, far right.
Yeah, Rick, Gentry Estes, Tennessee. And Jaylen mentioned he had some up and down moments this year. How do you kind of rate his season and the improvement that he's made? And how big is it to have someone like that in a game like this?
I'm really happy because if I put all the chips on the table, I've been after Jaylen harder than anybody all year. Anybody. And there's days he looked at me like, man, this dude's crazy, but he never said a word. Kept going, and he does what he needs to do. I'm really happy for him. I really am, because but he did say what he said. He didn't miss many reps all year along with the other guys, and they really did go at each other. And there's some days it got pretty physical, obviously, but anytime you see someone that goes through the peaks and valleys and comes up big in a game like this, you're elated for him. You really are. But a great kid, and he was the first kid in the portal last year, other than Jacoby, that we set our eyes on because we felt like we had no presence inside physically, and I think he's helped all of them in some ways be more physical.
Okay, second row here in the middle.
Joe Rex with the Athletic. Rick, back on the streak, the 3 straight Elite Eights, but also 4 straight Sweet 16s after that loss to Michigan in 2022. Have you changed or adjusted anything along the way here that's
really.
helped?
Not really. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've tried to figure something out because I haven't. We try to be consistent. I try to, as a staff, we try to be the same every day. They know, what we are looking for, what we expect, and we coach every guy on the team, walk-ons included. We have a great group of guys at this time of year that do assimilate the other team's stuff, and those guys this week were awesome, and they have been all year. But because we didn't feel like we had time to teach other guys to learn their stuff because they were still trying to learn what we were trying to get done. But again, it's just a real blessing. I'm blessed, and again, I thank God for it.
Okay, back row right.
Rick, you kind of are here.
Okay.
You kind of touched on a second ago with your with the front court. Is this what you envisioned when you built this front court, even on a night when JP has a slow night, that other guys step up and y'all do what you do?
Yeah, last year we had no post presence at all. And we knew at some point in time that we were going to have to get it. Again, I can't say enough about Felix's improvement, his development. JP has fought the injuries through the year. Obviously, Dwayne Brown, big surprise. Probably every year you get a group of guys. Someone will maybe disappoint you. Someone might surprise you. And Dwayne's been the biggest surprise. And we lost Cade Phillips, which hurt us. But Dwayne gave him an opportunity to get some minutes. And obviously Jaylen. But, Nate. Nate gives us a very big front line. And so we just knew that we had to somehow get some kind of presence inside. And those guys were great. We felt tonight coming into this game, we were going to have to hit them hard with those short rolls, and our opposing guys were going to have to make plays, and they did a great job for us tonight because we knew they would guard us the way they guard everybody. And our front line did a lot of great things just handling the ball for us.
We have time for 2 more questions all the way to the back in the left.
Vince Farrar, 99.1, the Sports Animal. Hey, Rick. So if you could speak to 2 things about your offense. One, the extra passes on offense, passing up a good shot for a great shot around the rim. And then also the extra ball handling to take Jacoby off of the ball and take some pressure off him some in this game.
Well, I told the team at halftime, I said, look, this isn't a game that we're going to run offense. We're going to play offense. I said, we're going to spread it, and we're going to keep the ball in the middle third, and we're going to play. And it's what we worked on all week, and the only time I really was getting upset was when guys bringing it down the sideline. They are great. You get over there, you're looking for trouble, and that's what we did. I said we stayed in the same set pretty much the entire second half. They went zone, which I was glad that we were able to get something out of that. But what was your other question?
On the ball handling in addition to Jacoby.
Well, that again, we've improved there all the way around, but we like to get Jacoby off the ball some. He moves well without it, and we're able to do that because of Bishop's improvement. Certainly, Ethan coming in, doing it, and so it's a combination of guys getting better right now.
Okay, last question, front row left.
Rick, I know there's a couple guys who have been in the program on this team, but compared to the previous 2 teams you took here, that you had some mainstays on those teams. Does this feel different with this group reaching the Elite Eight because there's so many new guys on this team?
It really hadn't hit me yet, to be honest with you. That's the honest truth. But the group we got the last 2 years prior to this, guys that from day one they were with us. We came in with 11 new players. but felt like we had improved in a lot of different areas if we could bring it all together. And I'm just, and there's, to be very honest with you, I thought we should have won more games in the regular season, but when you turned it over the way we did in the last 4 or 5 minutes, that's why we've gotten better with that over the last couple weeks, finishing games. But those turnovers were tough lessons at the time. But if we've learned from that to get us here, it's well worth it.
All right, thanks,
All right,
Coach.
thank you.
Appreciate the time. We'll see you tomorrow. As a reminder, Tennessee's locker room open until 12:27, another 13 minutes